Hi everyone, in the new season I've come to the conclusion that pretty much all of Yone's bad matchups are no longer bad matchups if you just bring Exhaust. Not to mention, people will just bring Ignite or Exhaust to cheese you anyways. It's pretty rare to find an honorable top laner that is willing to take TP. But basically, if the enemy is someone that takes a non-TP summoner like Riven or Rumble, just don't take TP either. If the enemy is someone that counters you, but taking a non-TP summoner spell makes the matchup even, then just do it like Renekton. But obviously, TP is still the GOAT if you don't need the fancy stuff. So today I'll go over 2 examples of non-TP games. Make sure to like and subscribe. Love you all. Now, Rumble isn't exactly a hard matchup. Basically, trade with him during CDs and just be careful of fighting him when he overheats. So normally something like TP works, but since Rumble players almost always take Ignite, we can get away with taking Exhaust, ensuring we win even if we fight him when he is red and dealing with some of his burst. I have Bone Plating, but I think second win and Bone Plating is around the same in this matchup. Level 1, he will just CS with E, so standing behind minions will get the job done. Since we always have W to block his Q damage, it's pretty easy to get a health advantage. After shoving the wave in, we let it rebound back in the middle. Rumble's abilities are on cooldown, so we just take the opportunity to go in with E and Q3. After last hitting the minions, we crash a small wave and reset with our standard 4 daggers. It's really good against champions that have no way of getting away from you. Once again, go in with EQ after he uses his Q. Since he is in lethal range, I Q3 to gap close and ult, but he just flashes away. Since he no longer has flash, we can just Q3 flash into him, and since I have exhaust, I'm not scared of standing in his ult to fight him. In the Rumble matchup, as long as you don't int, you are fine since you always outscale him. The same thing happens again, and Jax helps us dive him. Later on in this matchup, as long as you are not behind, you can just click R on him and it's almost always a kill. We drag away from ult, and while exhaust wasn't super necessary, it guarantees us the kill by making sure he can't get away. Rengar is invading our jungler while our jungle took Drake, so we take care of that for him. As soon as you see Rumble, just click R and he dies. Champs that counter Yone generally have high burst and some sort of movement ability. Rumble has the burst but has no way of avoiding our engages. And with a final double kill, the enemy chooses to FF15. Now, let's take a look at a Vlad game, another champ that usually does not take TP, but can vary highly, including, but not limited to Ignite, Ghost, and even a combination of both. His sustain makes the lane pretty torturing, and he is one of the few champions that outscale Yone. Ignite makes it a lot easier to secure kills, and the Grievous definitely helps. Level 1, we take this bush, since they would never contest us anyways. When his Q is on CD, we go attack the wave and hide again when he tries to attack us. Avoid his red before going to get the minions. Now, we have Prio versus Vlad, which is good since he doesn't have insane wave clear early game, and that makes it harder for him to poke us as well. Unfortunately, all the poke you do to him is probably just wasted effort, and we had to take a empowered Q to the face for cannon. Generally, you just Q3 into Vlad the same way with any other champ. If he pulls instantly, you wait. If not, just trade. But in that scenario, his empowered Q was coming up, and I would have tanked minions. Notice this time the result was a lot better for us. Crashing such a big wave, there isn't a point in staying anymore. Vlad tries to push in the wave before I get back to base with more XP/gold, but he wasn't able to in time, and with no TP he is forced to overstay, and we even delay his base further. After denying the cannon, we just fast clear to push the wave and instantly reset for recurve bow. While that was the plan, he stopped us, but after a quick trade, we still reset since it will be lethal for us if we don't, and there isn't anything for us to greed for. If Vlad gives you range for Q3 without using E, see if you can use it first to bait out W and then use E. I didn't play that insanely well or anything, but look at the damage you can do with this setup and ignite. We go pickaxe over vamp because it already a super slow heal, and we aren't out sustaining Vlad by any means, so having the damage is better for our all-ins. We freeze the wave on him to give us more range to run him down. Even if you see him disappear, you have to think about two things. If he left, how beneficial is it for him and whether or not he can roam? In this case, Vlad is really healthy and I doubt he has much more gold from the few minions he just got. Even if he did get items, it wouldn't be significant enough to beat us and we still have a level advantage. Not to mention a roam on this map state is not possible, so the chances are he never left. However, I accidentally messed up freeze, but it's okay since he lets us poke him a little. Since Vlad has no W, we just all in him and get his flash and ult. Mbessa gets his ghost and delays his base, and we get a play, and with that, a finished quest. So we can base and get all the components of Bork and still TP to lane without missing anything. After a long session of farming it out, a team fight happens mid, so I rotate. Note, we ignore all and only go on Silas since he has a big bounty. Try to cheese Vlad, but he just ghosts to get away. We continued to lane and Vlad all-ins me. Vlad does not kill me here even if I didn't have shield bow, but it shows how strong Vlad is since Yone's R is pretty ineffective against him, which is why he outscales us. We continue to get turret since their jungle and mid is dead, but bot lane paces to protect turret. I'm not sure if Jin thought I had flash or something, but lucky me. Another fight happens top lane, but we don't move for it even though we have TP because Yone without ult is not all that useful in team fights, so instead we just take gold, mid, and rob resources. Walking top now, we see Silas eat the minion, so just instantly ult where he will land. And the ignite was a bit overkill, but it's okay. While trying to chase a Mumu, Jin shows up and we one-shot him, but when we come back for a Mumu, Vlad shows up and we die. A problem of mine is not caring about death timers, so I have to work on that. No one is stopping me, so I just continue to split push bot, and we notice a fight. I didn't want to TP this, as I thought we would lose with or without me, and our cast was mad at me, but let's take a look at this in detail. If I chose to TP, it would be around the same timing as Kassadin, and while we got Silas, everyone has used a lot of resources and is low HP. Alistar died around the time that Kassadin's TP landed into a Mumu and Vlad, who still had ult. while we only had a 1 HP Mbessa and a out of ult Ari. Obviously, Kassadin gets disintegrated and is mad at me, but if we came in, we just all die. The fight occurred because my team wants to delay their base so I can keep pushing, but after the Sylas death, selling Alistar was sufficient and very worth, as we won for one a support for mid, and I'm getting free resources top, but we forced a little and luckily we didn't TP as well. I wasn't too happy about the 11 death ping me, so I just mute him. My build this game was terribly scuffed since they had 2 healing champs and the only AD being Jhin. Seeing that the enemy was unaware, we sneak Baron. Sadly, I forgot about Sylas and should have just based. They tried to camp our team, but we were all there and managed to get them both. Luckily, Annie had to base to protect Nexus, so we were able to secure Drake. Afterwards, we pick off Sylas at top lane. I genuinely thought it would be fine with 3 people, but Ali still got traded off. Finally though, Sylas went for a bad engage on us and we were able to win the last team fight and end the game. Team was still throwing somehow, but GG well played. Thanks for watching, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye bye.